artists can be self-managers, and I think that's a great opportunity for them, because a lot of them do have the entrepreneurial spirit. You know, I mean, what's the ultimate risk besides making music? You know, that, or painting a painting. Every time you put paint to canvas, or grab a guitar, or lay down some tracks, that is a huge risk. You know, you're really putting yourself out there emotionally and, you know, psychologically. So this person may actually be a really good entrepreneur, because that is really what an entrepreneur is someone that takes risks. But, you know, for those artists, I would encourage that you have to understand the business aspect. Now, on the other end of it, I do think that some artists can back away from it and say, I need to just make art, and I need somebody who can manage me or manage my artistic output. So I think both can work. The second one, that symbiosis is very important. We hear stories all the time about bands breaking up because of bad management. I mean, the band breaking up because of bad management. Forget that the manager and the artist break up. And other careers, you know, falling apart, and, you know, just watch Behind the Music, you know. It's all about bad management. So there has to be a real deep understanding between the manager and the artist for it to really work. But it can, and it can be very successful, because then the artist can focus on just the artistic output, and the manager can focus on connecting the audience with the artist for a mutual benefit and some sort of profit. I think for an artist interviewing a potential manager for whatever their artistic product is, I think that they need to look at pedigree. You know, where have you come from? What have you done before? You know, did you go to school for management? Do you understand accounting? You know, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the first thing, you know, references and things like that. But I do think a lot of it is personality too. A lot of it is the personality of the manager and the artist. They have to agree, you know, aesthetically. You know, I have very, very little interest in reggae music. Okay, does that mean I can't manage a reggae band? No, I probably could. I probably could manage a reggae band, but I don't think I'd have a deep enough understanding of the reggae audience, of the reggae music, to be a great manager. So I think the artist needs to look for a manager that also has the same aesthetic sensibilities. Maybe not perfect, but close. You know, oh yeah, I'm interested in reggae. You know, that's why I have an interest in reggae. You know, I love it. So, okay, well then now we're talking. So if they have that and the management skills, which can come from a degree or certificates or training, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, or pedigree, then you've got a great beginnings of success. Artists always need to do their due diligence when they're picking a manager, and I think the simplest way to do it is to call the references. And I know no one has time, you know, and people are busy, and people, you know, quickly, you trust people quickly, and I understand that. I trust people quickly, maybe a little too quickly sometimes. But you need to obviously phone those references in and make sure these people are who they say they are. Ask to see the degree. Why not? What do you lose, right? You know, everybody's got their degree. I bet you even know where your degree is, right? So, okay, so I'd have to dig mine out too, but I'd find it. Or, you know, just phoning around and making sure that this person worked where they say they did, or they managed the band they say they did. And that's probably the simplest way to do due diligence, because if you don't, you could get ripped off, and nobody wants that.